Hello, everybody. This is Fernando for the latest Godzilla podcast. Well, some pretty exciting big news when it comes to the world of the Godzilla franchise. In this case, having to do with the Godzilla King of the Monsters film, the sequel to the Godzilla 2014 film. This actually happened the other day. My apologies for not reporting it right away. Finally was able to get around to this, but it has to do with the notion that finally, the Godzilla King of the Monsters film began shooting just the other day. So it's always interesting whenever that happens. I love thinking that today, in other words, they just barely started shooting and then cut to sometime in the future and the movie will already be released. So sometime between now and then movie magic will happen. So pretty big announcement, pretty big cast that's already been placed within the film, and then of course this film will feature the classic Godzilla monsters: Rodan, Mothra, Ghidorah, King Ghidorah at least. So it'll be so amazing to see those iterations on the big screen, to see how they look like. If you can imagine how Godzilla was tweaked for the Godzilla 2014 film in terms of his appearance, making him classic but more realistic at the same time. I can only imagine what Rodan, Mothra, and then King Ghidorah will be as well. And then on top of that, Warner Brothers and Legendary Pictures, they decided to do a release, an official release, in this case a synopsis, if you will, involving the brand new the movie. So it doesn't explain much, but I'm going to highlight some of the stuff. If you wanted the full synopsis, I'm going to post it on my Facebook page, but here's a very, very brief portion of it. It says here, the new story follows the heroic efforts of the cryptozoological agency Monarch as its members face off against a battery of god-sized monsters, including the mighty Godzilla, who collides with Mothra, Rodan, and his ultimate nemesis, the three-headed King Ghidorah. When these ancient superspecies to be mere myths rise again, they all vie for supremacy, leaving humanity's very existence hanging in the balance. But that's pretty much it. That's the only hint so far involving the storyline. Lots of broad strokes there as far as Godzilla and then the monsters, and then it does nicely hint about King Ghidorah being his nemesis. So it'll be interesting to see how Monarch, who is again going to be heavily placed within this film, how they in turn reveal how they have the Godzilla and King Ghidorah have their, I guess, centuries long battle. So that'll be very, very interesting to hear. As far as other interesting news, it looks like the film is going to be placed in Atlanta, Georgia. Like a lot of it is going to be filmed there. So if anyone is there in that area going now forward up until maybe the next couple of months, you're in luck. You're going to have a good chance of seeing this filming of the Godzilla King of the Monsters movie. So no doubt, I mean, it's going to be a lot of probably just people running around or outside set scenes, in this case with some of the actors, kind of like when it was the Godzilla 2014 film, when the very first scenes that were shot were involving the rainy days, or the rainy scenes of, in this case, Elizabeth Olsen running around with the crowds. I remember those being like the very first scenes shot. So imagine what this one will be. So if you're in Atlanta, Georgia, lucky people, you get to see some of that stuff in action. And who knows, maybe you'll be able to get really close and see some other stuff there too. If I was that close, I would love to be able to take just a little memento, maybe just a rock or something from one of those sets, and indicate that yes, this was in the Godzilla King of the Monsters film. But otherwise, check out my Facebook page. It has the full release, the full information of the brand new Warner Brothers Legendary Pictures announcement. And again, big momentous day, brand new day, in this case first day of filming has officially started for the film. So fantastic stuff. So sometime, in this case, March 2019, March 22nd, unless things change. Imagine between now and then, there's going to be movie magic being created. So, alright everybody, thanks again as always. Take care.